Meet Daniela, Andrea, Madalina and Alexandra. They are from Goloiești, in northeastern Romania, a commune of 7 villages where life is hard and opportunities are scarce. Most families live in mud houses, with no running water and some with no electricity. The temperatures here drop to -25 in the winter. Only one of these girls is continuing her high school education. Only 1 in 4 children here and throughout the rest of rural Romania go on to high school education. What stops the other 3? Daniela rises early each day to walk 80 cattle over the hills in the far distance behind her home. She is 8 years old. 7 people live in this 4-meter square room: Daniela, her mother, father, and 4 younger siblings. Neither of her parents have much education and no real skills. A neighbor says they spend their 5 children's government allowances on alcohol to warm themselves in the winter and numb the hardships of their lives. The work my daughter is doing now will ensure we have enough corn flour to feed the family for winter, explains her mother. I will send her to school starting next Monday, and her father will take over then. But her father isn't working today, so why doesn't he take over now? It is difficult to believe the mother's promise. In Daniela's life, poverty and ignorance work together to deny her what she wants most. I like learning. I don't like going with the cows. I want to go to school, she says. But Daniela has missed so much school, the only numbers she can write are 1 and 2. But my mother is always too busy with the washing and taking care of things to help me with schoolwork. So is my father with the house and the crops. They get very busy. That is why I have to help them. That is why I take the cows. Bright-eyed and solid in stature, Andrea's mother is very obviously the head of the family. Standing in the doorframe, arms folded, she eclipses the willowy figure of her husband behind her. He stares blankly at the floor while his wife answers questions addressed to her daughter. Her school grades aren't good, and she has a speech problem, says her mother. The implication is clear. Investment in Andrea is a waste of time. You have to look hard to see Andrea sitting in a back corner of the home's main room. Headband and hands clasped in her lap, Andrea also looks at the floor. On a battered table, school books are stacked carelessly. Typical of Romanian farmhouses, there are icons hung high on the wall in the corner of the room. Andrea is asked what she prays for. After a long pause, she finally answers in an almost inaudible voice. That I will be able to speak better, then I will be able to go to school if I feel better. I would like to study. Her mother quickly butts in. But even if she did go to school, she wouldn't be able to cope, especially now that it is 8 kilometers to school and 8 kilometers back. We don't have any transport. She isn't good at school anyway. Even when she helps in the house, she gets tired easily. Andrea suffers regular nosebleeds and fatigue. Just 30 euros would pay for a medical examination to find the cause. But for now, the expense is too much for the family. They are overextended, short on money and hope. Andrea's older sister goes to school, and her younger sibling is healthy. That's as much as we can do, Andrea's mother seems to be saying as she runs through a litany of Andrea can't do this and Andrea can't do that. The only can-do person in the room is Andrea. Even the walk to school will not be a problem for me. I will walk with my friends and study as hard as I can. Angela, Marin and their children are standing right in front of us, which is amazing, considering they don't exist. Years ago, a flood washed away all the family's documents from the straw hut they called home. With the papers went their official existence, and their children's rights to education. Over the years they have heard promises, but so far the local mayor, the key to unlocking government bureaucracy, has delivered nothing. High in the corner where farmers typically hang religious icons is a photo of the mayor. We hope if we pray to the mayor as well as God, we will get help for our daughters, jokes Marin. Angela and Marin are always good-humored. Their lives are as orderly and welcoming as their modest home. They both finished 10 grades of school. They have moved up from a straw hut to a mud brick home. They are can-do people. I am working for my children, says Marin. I can work at anything. If I need to build something, I build it. If I need to carry garbage, I carry garbage. Anything to feed my children. But Angela and Marin want more. It is enough that we have been poor and miserable. It is unacceptable that my daughters should experience the same, says Angela. Still, bureaucracy and the politicians' inaction have cost daughter Alexandra 3 years of schooling, while her younger sister that all-important first year. When 17-year-old Madalina proclaims, "School is my life," she speaks from a wealth of experience, not just her own. Only 3 of Madalina's classmates continued their high school education after the 8th grade. The others just stay at home and drink. Some left Romania in search of jobs, says Madalina. Education is not valued in my village, she explains. Children tell me education is nothing, money is the power now. What makes Madalina different? Her parents and a scholarship from World Vision and Vodafone. Each has made a profound difference in the girl's life. Madalina's mother and father support 4 children on 70 euros a month. They would have gladly gone into debt to send Madalina to high school, whatever it would have taken to see their girl succeed. The scholarship makes that unnecessary. Madalina's parents believe EU membership means great possibilities for their children, even though it has not changed their own lives. Supportive, sacrificing parents, gutsy self-determination and a scholarship mean Madalina will have a different life to her parents and her peers. Her younger brothers are determined to follow in their big sister's footsteps. Madalina's attitude is not naivete. She is surrounded by harsh examples of failure. A former classmate's father murdered the boy's mother, went to prison, and the child ended up with alcoholic grandparents. I just know it's not his fault that he is not at school, she adds sadly. But my country does not offer us a future, she says. In 10 years, all the intelligent people will have left Romania. Four Romanian girls. What do they have in common? And what is unique about their circumstances? They all come from extremely poor families. One girl's parents have given up on themselves and put their 8-year-old daughter to work. Another's parents have given up on her. 2 girls' parents are hard workers who will make any sacrifice for their children. One girl has received special assistance and been able to go on to high school.